Great. Well, Microsoft sees the connected car as the next big device, and so we started working with Ford 5 years ago on Sync. We really see that sort of merging of the your digital lifestyle really merging with your in-driving experience. And the key thing we provide in the Sync Ford relationship is the ability to have an upgradable car. So think about all the new things you're hearing this week at IFA, all the new devices. So the great thing about Ford Sync is the ability to use any device. It's a very open platform. Imagine all of the productivity tools that you already use from Microsoft, like your Outlook calendar, being very connected to the car. So, and all of these devices across an intelligent system. So even an alarm clock is really an embedded device, which could be a component of your broad intelligence system. So, you wake up in the morning, your alarm clock understands that it needs to go off 15 minutes earlier because it has a weather sensor. It knows that it's raining and traffic is going to be difficult. So it sends a message to the car. And so it has the car warming up just in time. So once you're in the car, your calendar is synced. You realize it's your wife's anniversary and you've forgotten to make reservations. So to keep you in the good graces of your family, the car makes a reservation for you. It lets you know that you need to pick up your daughter at school that evening. You're running late because your meetings went 20 minutes over, and it gives you the best route to get there. So it's really that whole connectivity of your personal life, your work life, and your in-car experience.
To me, the best ideas are always the simplest, and it's always struck me that we've had navigation systems in vehicles for many, many years. But still you have to sit there and you have to program a destination, even though that it knows you drive the same destination every day. And you may not want the navigation because you know that you're going to work. You don't need it, but you need the traffic on the route. So it strikes me the most simplest idea, and what connectivity brings is the ability, as Barbara says, to know that the vehicle knows that the traffic is bad that day. It can sort of get you out of bed a little bit earlier or set a different route to your favorite destinations.
The radio experience hasn't changed dramatically in the car forever. So many other services have changed, and one of the reasons is because we haven't had a simple way of searching and identifying content that's in the car. And so now we have only made it worse by adding more and more content into the vehicle. But my dream has been to get into a car. I start the car and I simply say, listen to All Things Considered, a popular NPR program I happen to like, and not have to know where it is and or whether or not it's available on my AM or FM dial, and it plays.
We developed a special communication protocol, the SRC, that allows car in a range of 300 meters to share information. And basically the information the vehicle sends out is, I'm a vehicle, this is my dimensions, this is where I am, and at what speed you're traveling. So other cars analyze that information and see if it's a potential threat to them and take action based on that. With the technology we can do things we currently cannot do yet. Even with our most advanced radar and camera systems, we can't look around corners of buildings. These systems can do that. We have estimated that 70% of all accidents we can address with these systems. So the whole industry, not just Ford, we're one of the leading companies in this area, is pushing forward to get this into the vehicles. We see already parts of the journey when the vehicle just takes over and the driver relaxes. And we've demonstrated in Aachen what we call traffic jam assist. So this boring 2 hours you waste in traffic jam, the car just takes over, moves by itself. The speed goes up again, you take over. We see that extending. We know what Google demonstrates, of course. That is still very, very far out. We want to still, for a very long period, keep the driver in the loop.
You don't want the apps to interfere with things like the rear view mirror when you're backing up. And that's a pretty critical safety feature. So with Ford Sync, we've actually developed 4,000 use cases that we run through. Every time we do add additional applications to the Ford Sync, we're able to do a wide variety of tests to ensure that the #1 issue of safety is taken care of.
What we handle is, you addressed that car-to-car communication. There we handle the data integrity and security. And there basically we go in a direction that the information you send out is not really linked to your vehicle registration or license plate. You're just a moving vehicle. And you send in an ID with it that is not linked to anything. That ID certificate can hand it out to you, but it is not linked to anything. So it can be really at the moment used for traffic violations, or if you run a red light. It's not possible at the moment. And it's also how the government wants it and how also the automotive industry wants it. The car will not be the solution for transport for some of the mega cities. If you have a city with 20 to 30 million people, it's just impossible that everybody drives his personal car. So there you need a mixture of different transportation systems. And that's still, and the reason why not more people use a form of car, train, bicycle, walking, is that it's not seamless yet. You need to prepare yourself for that trip. It's always uncertain how to get there. So what needs to be done, and again, cloud connectivity will help, another that we need to seamlessly integrate all those traffic systems.